Hey guys, I've been missing for a while, so I figured I would just film a face of the day for you guys, which is not very much different than my uh, last face of the day, or my daily face of the day, I guess you could say, just because it's essentially the same. I'm using different products to do that routine. Um, so I figured I'd just share it with you guys. Why not? So here goes. As always, I wash my face before I put on my makeup, and then I moisturize my face. Um, I'm not gonna show you guys what I use because I always show it, and that hasn't changed. It probably never will. So that I'll put in the description, of course. It's called Aveeno Daily Moisturizing Lotion with, I think it says sunscreen on it, but I always just say SPF. Daily SPF lotion, whatever. Same thing, right? And after I let that set in, I always start with a primer, of course. So today I used MAC's Prep and Prime. Just, I don't know, I wanted a little bit more oil control because I didn't want to be touching up makeup. I hate touching up makeup. I really do. So I used my MAC's Prep and Prime skin base, and I let that set in for a minute, and then I went in with my foundation slash concealer, which it's packaged as a concealer, but I use it, or I've been using it as a foundation, cream foundation. And which is kind of weird because I have like combination oily skin, and I'm really not supposed to use cream products. I mean, there's no real rule, but as far as trying to accentuate like oils, like cream products and oil-based products, like do that. So I don't know what I was thinking with that. Oh, I know what I was thinking. It's my shade exactly. Like it matches the rest of my body, and it was a little weird at first because my face is much paler without makeup than the rest of my body, just because I'm constantly using SPF. Like I'm super huge on SPF skincare, so like my face is always really washed out, like just pale, not as in white, but pale as in there's not very much color on my face besides the blemishes and crap. So I wanted a full coverage. I wanted something that looked like my skin, like didn't look cakey or drying or anything like that. And I really wanted something with a dewy, kind of wet, kind of, fresh faced kind of finish. So I've been using this, and I've gotten it to work for my skin in particular by, after applying it, I apply it with a foundation brush, by the way, just a synthetic foundation brush, and just essentially painting that over my face, all over my face, and if it gets streaky or anything, you just kind of pat over everything like that, and it kind of, it diminishes those lines and diffuses them. So and then after that, I kind of let it soak into my skin a little bit, or soak into the face primer a little bit, and then I blot with oil blotting sheets, or I'll just take a Kleenex. Like it has to be Kleenex brand. Everything else either breaks, or there's lint, or it just doesn't do the job right. But I'll take a Kleenex tissue. I'll put it on my face because it sticks to your face. You're using like a cream-based product, you're putting it all over your face, it's going to stick a little bit. So I'll stick it on my face, and I'll actually just rub over the everywhere that the Kleenex is touching. And sometimes I have to move it down on my neck to soak up any excess product or excess oils or anything like that. And it kind of almost sets the concealer for me, and I don't powder, which is another thing that's quite contradictory on the general side of makeup application, is that you typically want to set any wet products with a dry product. But I really don't feel like I need to, so why do it? Because I've tried that before, trying to set it under my eyes or around my nose, my T-zone area, and it just kind of ends up looking cakey because it is a cream-based product, and it really adheres to, I mean, it really grabs onto a lot of powder product, like it really, naturally. So unless you're using like a really finely milled powder or something, and it's still, even then, it can tend to look like that. So I just kind of don't set it, and I just always have these around somewhere so that I can, like, if I do, end up getting oily, I can just blot it, and I really don't care too much about, if my foundation transfers onto the thing a little bit. And that's the one thing that I hate about my new face routine, is that, it does not have the staying power that, like Revlon Color Stay does, which is my favorite foundation formula, but I'm having trouble finding a shade. Anyways, that's what I use on my face. I don't know if any of you guys try what I did or what I'm doing out. Let me know how that goes for you, or whatever. So that's what I use as my foundation. And then this camera is a webcam, so it's not going to be, you're not going to see too greatly, but let me try to add some light here. How's that? Really? Like, I just chucked my phone at the wall. I don't even know how that happened. Like, okay. Let's just... Alright, so that's a little bit better. For my highlight, that hasn't changed at all. My highlight is still the same as ever, which is the infamous Physicians Formula's Mineral Glow Pearls. I've already hit pan, but I still have a long way to go before I'm done with it. So that's always my highlighter. It is a little bit chunky though, to be honest. I mean, I still like it because if you buff it out really well, it gives you a really good sheen, like a really nice sheen, and I make it work. I have to make it work, essentially. I have to, because I'm broke, and I can't afford, like, high-end, like Chanel, and, Lancome, and stuff like that, so I have to use what I can with, Anyway, so that's what I used for my highlighter, and that always goes, see what I mean? Like, it's not any different than really my last daily face routine video, or face of the day video, I think. And so that always goes on the very tops of my cheekbones. I apply it a little bit under my eyes because I want to, brighten up that area. I don't put too much there because I don't want it to look like I'm like wet under there. Like, that's a weird thing. Why are your eyes wet under there? And then I also bring it down to, like, just the really front parts of my cheeks. So the highlight looks this way. And it highlights all that. And then I always do the bridge of my nose just a little bit. Sometimes not. I'll dust a little bit on the top middle of my forehead. Cupid's bow right here. And the ball of my chin. And that's highlighter. Then for blush, because of summer, I definitely am not one to follow, like, makeup rules as like a Bible or anything. Like, I don't do this because they say not to. Like, I'm definitely not like that. But I do agree with summer looks and winter looks and fall looks. I mean, for some reason, summer looks, why? What do you think of? Like, fresh face, bright colors, maybe pastels and neons or something, and but why? Because it kind of fits the ambiance, you know, of the season. So I don't know, just not like I won't wear a dark smoky eye and like a really fall look in the summer. I will. I mean, if I feel like it, I will. But I do, for the most part, I do like to. I just feel like it looks right, and not from society or anybody's point of view, mine. You know, I don't know. I could probably not look that great wearing this shade of lipstick in the winter because it is such a bright pastel color. So for blushes, I stay on depending on what lipstick I'm wearing also, I like to stay in the bronzy, kind of coral, peachy, pinky area, like pinks and oranges. I don't really use too many purples in the summer unless it's like a pastel purple, which is really kind of hard to pull off as far as an everyday thing, you know. But or with a look where it's just kind of like this, where it's like kind of natural and, you know, other than one bold statement, which would pretty much always be the lips. So for those things, I use a combination of my NYX Apricot. No, that's not NYX. Why did I say that? Why? My Maybelline New York Apricot. Tomato. Okay. I use that because it has that golden kind of bronzy golden peachy sheen to it. And you guys are not going to detect. I don't put very much of it on anyway, so it's not really supposed to be detectable, but if you saw me in person in a real natural light, you'd see a little bit of a sheen. And then a little bit, just a tiny bit over top of that, I use my, also, as per always, NYC Color Wheel Mosaic Face Powder in Pink Cheek Glow. There goes the torch on my phone. And I'll just put the apricot first, and then right here on the very, this is what I call the apples of the cheek. I don't know, I mean, I don't like to put blush right here. So I focus most of the color right here of the pink. And I won't necessarily add the pink if I'm wearing, add the apricot shimmery kind of color if I'm wearing a matte red lipstick. Depending, like I said, depending on what I'm wearing on my lips, the blush has to go, it has to be complementary to that for me. So, and then, so blush, and then I always just kind of put, I have a freckle there, and I just kind of make it darker because when I put foundation on, it kind of covers it a little bit, and I like it. Is that wrong with me? Does that make me vain? I don't know. I like my freckle. I have a bunch of freckles, but that's like my favorite. And what else? For my eyebrows, because I've lightened the top part of my hair. I don't know if you can tell, but it's all from here up, and it's just a really it's much lighter than the bottom, right? You know, the dark brown black of my hair naturally. And so I changed the color of my eyebrow products. Isn't that what we're supposed to do, right? We don't have to, but so because my hair is like this kind of honey caramel, like a dark honey caramel color, I've changed my eyebrow color to Toast by NYX, which is a more warm kind of brown, exactly what it looks like here. It looks a lot darker now because I'll apply my pencil just really lightly. I actually don't just draw. The only thing that I draw on my face as a consistent one line or something, and I do it really lightly, is just the very bottom line of my eyebrows, and I need to do them so screw it. I really, really gently, like I hold the pencil this way, and I don't actually point it. I kind of put it at an angle so that I can just really lightly drag along to make the bottom line of my eyebrow. And then from there, what I'll do is I'll start from here and I'll do little strokes, tiny little strokes. And then I'll take a lash and eyebrow comb groomer, you know, those things with the one side is the bristles and the other side's like a comb, and I'll brush out the pencil so to get any extra product off of my eyebrows, or to blend it out a little bit, make it look a little more natural. And then I set that. I put waterproof mascara on my eyebrows to give a lot more like texture to my eyebrows, so it doesn't just look like, hey, I drew something and it's laying my hairs flat on my head, or it just doesn't look like I have any. So to give it a little bit of texture, and to also give it a little bit of a natural, I don't know, like a darker, to darken it up and give it a little bit more shape, I guess, without going too crazy. Like I could have always set it with powder, which I do sometimes, like an eyeshadow powder, but I've been setting my eyebrows with a waterproof mascara because I like the way it looks. Like it looks really, like, it looks much more natural than I was doing it. And sometimes I like Sharpie eyebrows, so, you know, it just depends on, you know, how I'm feeling. But so it kind of just makes it look like my eyebrows are naturally shaped this way, and they're kind of, I don't know, they have a really weird shape naturally. They don't grow straight, so they, like, my eyebrows have cowlicks. Is that even possible? But anyway, and then for eyes, I don't do anything. Really, I'm just wearing the same mascara that I set my eyebrows with. That's all I do. Just mascara. And for lips, I'm using a MAC for once, which is weird because I don't really like any other lipstick than their matte lipsticks. And this is one of their moisture rich lipsticks, and it's in Flaming Pink, and it's a insane, like, pastel baby pink, pastel hot pink. It looks a lot more baby pink on the camera than it really is in real life. It's very, very pastel and bright pink. It's really similar to the Nicki Minaj lipstick that just came out in that, I don't know, the last collection. Anyways, it was like a really yellow based pink, and it's very similar, but it's just not as yellow based as the Nicki Minaj one. And so that's what I'm wearing on my lips today. And this is pretty much how my face looks always. So I figured every time I change something that I would tell you guys what it was and why. I guess I don't know. I find that, like, useful information I would find it useful. So I figured I'd do the same for you guys. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna just shut up and wrap this up now because I feel like I've been standing here forever, and I kind of have, because it's like 19 minutes right now. Alright, so I'm going to go, guys, and thanks for watching, and please thumb up or thumbs down. You know, it helps me make my videos better in the future, maybe, sometimes, a little bit. And comment down below if you want to say anything. Isn't that kind of self-explanatory? Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. It's getting late, and I'm tired. I don't know if you can tell. So, until the next time, I will talk at you later.